Cleveland knocked off Brooklyn again. And likewise, the Sixers, for the second time this week, beat Boston. Will Conor McGregor beat Dustin Poirier again? He won the first fight with a first-round knockout back in 2014. They headlined tonight's UFC 257, 10 p.m. Eastern. ESPN Plus.
Hey, Mike. Don't forget to turn on the Facebook.
The following is a paid program. The views expressed are not necessarily those of the management or ownership of Score North, KSTP AM 1500.
Oh, hi.
Who is it?
This is the place to talk about everything related to the home, buying or selling real estate, financing, and improvements that can help increase your home's value.
I'm gonna make this place your home.
This is Minnesota Home Talk on Score North. Here's your host, Mike Overson.
Good morning and welcome to Minnesota Home Talk. I'm your host, Mike Overson with Leader One Financial. We are talking everything mortgages and real estate. We're here every Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and we take your questions live on air and we answer those questions live on air as well.
Ideally real estate questions, but not only real estate questions.
Not only real estate. We'll grab some mortgage questions, some credit repair questions. Had questions about ice fishing before. I'll answer those too.
Yeah, we've even done some general life advice from time to time.
Yep, we're really good at that. Truck repair?
Yeah.
So truck repair questions. Anything?
I feel like Jason's the guy to ask about truck repair.
He is very extensive background in truck repair and how quickly it happens.
Yeah.
A lot of experience.
A lot of experience. Very, very in tune with everything that goes along with that.
He's a one-man service shop at this point.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think he actually installed a truck lift in his garage so that he can just do it, on his spare time.
Why not?
Yeah, makes sense.
Probably would have been faster.
Right? He could have watched YouTube videos on the truck repair and fixed it faster himself than what he's going through now. All right, so we are talking mortgages, real estate, credit repair. We're going to be talking about some solar today as well. So that's good. Lots of questions around solar. One of those things that's going to be, we're going to see more and more of, as time goes on here. Technology is going to change. Options are going to change, all that fun stuff there. So we have John Hageman with the Walgrave Real Estate Group here in the studio with us this morning, who recently got solar installed, right?
We did.
So we're going to have lots of questions for John. We're going to have him talk about that, what he found out, what he thinks of it after it's all been installed, all that fun stuff there. All right. We also have 2 Amazon gift cards to give away this morning. So 2 $25 Amazon gift cards to the 2 best questions of the morning. Those questions are going to win those gift cards. So you can call us with your questions. Again, anything dealing with mortgages, real estate, credit repair. Call in with some solar panel questions, and let's see if John can answer those. The call-in number, 651-646-8255. We also have a text line, so you can text your questions as well. We actually already have some text questions coming in this morning. That number is 612-202-8321. So again, the call-in number, 651-646-8255, and the text-in line, 612-202-8321. We are also going to be talking, what do we have here? We got how to buy in a tight market, obviously very prevalent with the type of inventory levels we're seeing now. And we also have don't let clients make these winter mistakes. And then if we have time later in the show, we'll also get to 5 home staging tips for winter time. So again, phone lines are open, 651-646-8255. Anything dealing with mortgages, real estate, credit repair, call in with those questions anytime between now and 8 a.m. Or you can text us again at 612-202-8321. Want to touch our website real quick before we get into hot deals. The best way to get a hold of us anytime during the week, go to minnesotahometalk.com. We got tons of resources on there. We have a list of preferred partners. If you have any sort of need with your home, you name it. We got insurance agents, we got financial planners, we have landscapers, we have I mean, anyone dealing with anything around your home, in and around your home stagers, anything like that, we have the best of the best and preferred partners on our website. So go to minnesotahometalk.com. Right on the homepage on the left-hand side, you can see all of our preferred partners there. They are truly the best of the best in their industry. So definitely feel free to reach out to them for any of your needs. Okay, hot deals.
Hot deals.
Let's do them.
Got a bunch. All right, so starting in Apple Valley, we've got 789 Newell Drive. This one is a 4-bed, 2-bath. You got a 2-car garage, split level, and that one is selling for $300,000. It just came on the market. And let's see, in Laredo, opportunity, it looks like to do a new build, 4-bed, 1-bath, 4-car garage. And that one is selling at $499,000. That one's been on the market for just 1 week. 40 acres. Very rare. 40 acres.
Nice.
Yeah. And let's see, we've got a beautiful custom home over in the Wilds over in Prior Lake. 5-bed, 5-bath, 1 for each. 4-car garage built in 2007, and that sale price is just shy of $1 million. I like that music.
That house, 2007, if you would look at that picture, you would have guessed it was built when?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Thursday?
Right.
Probably.
This week.
Yeah.
That thing was so far ahead of its time. The thing is 2007 build. Looks like it's a 2019 build, if you ask me.
Everything's on trend. It's stunning.
Right on. Yep.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So, going down to Red Wing, are you interested in living in Red Wing? 2023 Gurnitz Lane. We've got a 4-bed, 4-car garage. 4-bed, 4-bath, 5-car garage. A lot of garages out there. Man. Built in 2010. It's a 1-story, so really nice for single-level living. And that one is on sale for $365,000.
It's for those garages are for those guys like Jason, who's turning from a real estate agent into a mechanic, at-home mechanic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Online, ASE certified.
Absolutely.
I'd trust them with anything, especially a truck.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Henderson, Minnesota, 32338 300th Street. We've got a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage. So, sorry, Jason, this one's out of your wheelhouse. Built in 1981. We've got over 1,400 square feet in this property, and this one is selling for $279,900. All right, St. Paul, moving across the lake, the river. We've got an opportunity in Dayton's Bluff. It's an apartment building. There's 5 units altogether, and let's see. Overall, we've got 4,800 square feet. Sure, we've got some financials on this one. This one is been on the market for 15 days, and with an asking price of $1.250 million. So $1.25 million for a 5-unit bet over there. It's also got parking, so which is huge to have in the city on a multifamily, 8 parking spots. Should we keep going?
Yeah.
All right. Headed down to Prior Lake, 16094 Sims Court Southeast. That one looks like it's going to be a Pebble Creek custom home. So if you're looking to build down there, we've got some lots for sale. This lot starts at 165, and I know we've got another couple different lots down the sale with exclusively through Pebble Creek. There's another one over on Sumter. This one's for $109,000. So we've got a couple. We've got a couple that fit your budget.
Yeah.
I think that's the main takeaway.
And I know that Pebble Creek has a development down there right across from Twin Oaks, I believe.
Yeah.
Middle school. Mm-hmm. It's a great cul-de-sac development there. I believe they got 8 lots in there. I think they're all half acre. Really great location because it's right there, right across the street from Twin Oaks and Hidden Oaks Middle School. So if you want more information on those, definitely feel free to reach out to us. Check those out. It's a great development.
Yep. Couple more Pebble Creeks, and then outside of that, if you go out, if you're looking for a space to build in Mound, we've got a great opportunity. Let's see, I forgot. It's 5.85 acres, right on the lake, and the asking price is $2.5 million on that one. I know with that it was initially zoned for multifamily development, and now it's kind of open. I think the city is just looking to get some new blood in there, get some new builds, and redevelop that whole part of Mound. So if you're interested in getting on the other side of the lake, give us a call.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
That's it for hot deals, folks. So if you want to, if you have any questions on these hot deals, or if you want to get more information on any home that's listed for sale out there, feel free to reach us at minnesotahometalk.com. Again, that's the best way to reach out to us anytime during the week is minnesotahometalk.com. There's a real estate hotline number on there that you can reach out to us on. You can message us right through the website as well. You can set up your own custom home searches, and then you can get a ton of free reports on buying and selling and investing in real estate. So again, check us out at minnesotahometalk.com. That's the best way to get a hold of us 24/7. All right, we got phone lines open. Yeah. Call-in number is 651-646-8255. We got two $25 gift cards to Amazon to give away this morning to the two best questions. So again, call us or text us with your questions. That call-in number, 651-646-8255. And the text line is 612-202-8321. We're going to hit a list here first. We're actually going to go to, this one is from Realtor Magazine. This one says, don't let your clients make these winter mistakes. So this goes along with home ownership and some of the things that you can make, some of the mistakes you can make in the winter here. So number one, not protecting the outdoor faucet. Very overlooked.
Done that.
Yep.
Yep.
I've definitely had a couple blow up in my day. But it says it costs about $2 to buy a protector for an outdoor faucet. And that small investment could save homeowners up to $15,000 in potential damages. So frozen water can cause a lot of damage. We've both seen that.
We both done that.
Yep. And an outdoor faucet is particularly susceptible to freezing temperatures. So definitely do not forget that outdoor faucet. Get the water turned off inside of the house to that faucet and then get it drained. You won't have any issues.
You ever see those frost-free spigots? They turn it off not just at the valve, but probably anywhere from, depends what you spend, but 6 to 8 inches inside.
Oh,
so
nice.
you're actually beyond the outside, the exterior.
Yeah.
Money well spent.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm here.
I don't even know if I've turned mine off this year yet, to be honest with you.
Well,
I should know better.
You got something to do today.
Shame on me.
You
Absolutely. Number two, not removing icicles immediately. They say here they may look pretty hanging from the edge of your home, but it's a sign of an ice dam and buildup of ice in a gutter or roof that is preventing snow and ice from melting and draining through the gutters. Those ice blocks left untouched can lead to pricey roof repairs. Also, for homes more prone to them, it may be a sign of not enough insulation in the attic. So yeah, ice dams.
Not good stuff. Gets under your shingles.
Yep. Evan, did you have ice dams before? Were we talking about this? Did you?
I didn't have super bad ice dams, but I did have my attic re-insulated, and now I have no melting on my roof like at all.
So that was the fix.
I ultimately, yeah. I mean, the thing is just like I said, it never really was that bad. I do get this one big icicle in front of my house, but it's because my gutter is old and has a seam in it. So I just have an icicle that hangs down from underneath the gutter. It's not actually blocking anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, ice dams can get a little crazy. That water will build back up underneath the shingles, like you said. Freezes, peels the shingles up, can cause some major damages there.
I mean, the big one is when it really dams the water of the spring. If you don't get up there and knock it down or throw the salt puck things that you can buy from the hardware store up there, boy, that can cause a lot of water damage.
You can get those coils that run up and down your shingles. I don't know, what do they call those?
Heaters?
Let's call them a heater.
Heaters.
Yeah.
warm wires.
Wires.
Are those installed underneath the shingles themselves, or are they?
I've seen them on top.
Oh, they actually just lay right on top.
Make products that are kind of like a net that you lay down
just right on top,
like foot or two of your roof. They also make ones that if you have icing problems in your gutters, they have basically it's like a heated rope that you put in your gutter.
There you
go. Those are obviously kind of hacky workarounds to I have this problem and I need to solve it. Let's, instead of solving the problem, let's
bingo.
Band-aid it.
Else.
Yep.
Band-aid it.
Duct tape.
Yep.
Minnesota duct tape.
Yeah, can't you just get a blowtorch out there and just melt it every day?
I mean, sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Number 3. So this is the list here. 5 things that you do not want your clients to make these winter mistakes. So number 1 was not protecting the outdoor faucet. Number 2, removing icicles immediately. Number 3, skipping gutter cleanups. How many of us have done that?
I actually did
No
that right
comment.
before the fall.
You did?
I did.
Clean your gutters?
I did. Got up there. Had a little bit of gutter guard to still throw up there, and I thought, you know what? Let's make it happen.
I distinctly remember sending you and Jason a picture of when I cleaned my gutters last year.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't done it in like 2 years, and I had weeds growing in
Yeah,
my
you had
gutters on
nice-
my garage.
You had some good vegetation going up there.
It was bad. It was really bad. But I have this giant maple tree that just dumps the seeds all over the garage roof, and they turned into nice soil.
You know what's amazing to me is I let out at our old house, I let that go for a couple of years as well. The amount of weight a gutter can hold,
Yeah.
because there was a lot of weight in that thing. When I clean that out, I'm just like, I'm surprised this thing just didn't come down.
Yeah, when you clean them out, it's dense.
It
it's
is.
not like, oh, here's a couple of little whirly birds. No.
No. Yeah,
I'm,
it's like
I'm
someone-
excited. My next big purchase for the house is going to be the really fancy guarded gutters.
Yeah. Great pickup there. If you can do it, absolutely. Yeah. My gutters was like someone dumped like Quikrete in there
Yeah.
and then just got water, and it was bad. It was so bad. My fault. All right, number 3. So skipping gutter cleanups, definitely get that. Number 4, letting cold air get inside. They say this can be a costly mistake to heating bills. Sealing cracks with caulk can easily be done and will keep the cold air out. House Logic suggests looking for visible cracks around windowsills, baseboards, and dryer vents.
Air sealing's the number one thing I think most homes in Minnesota need because it's cold out here,
Yeah.
and the cold air finds a way to get in through every little thing that you wouldn't even, imagine. Your roof, the sill plates in your floor, just every little nook and cranny. It's going to find a way in, and you'll notice it.
Do you guys do the like the cellophane on your windows on the interior?
No.
Not anymore, but we've done it in the past. Yeah.
Did you get new windows and that's why you don't do it anymore?
Yes.
That was an older house, so we just moved.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
We did the better solution.
Strategy number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can either get new windows or you can just
Right.
move.
Yeah,
Get a new house.
I did the renewal by Anderson route.
Okay.
Huge difference, right?
Well, considering that my old windows were original to the house and it was built in 51, yes,
Yeah.
a colossal difference. I used to be able to lay in my bed and feel the cold air washing down across it
Yeah.
from the window that sits like right next to my headboard. I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, it's amazing the window technology now
Yeah.
and how much better they are. We were talking a couple weeks ago. So we built a new house with actually Pebble Creek. It'll be almost 5 years ago now. 5 years in April. But we gained 1,000 square feet. So we went up 1,000 square feet from our old house, but our energy bills went down
There you go.
because our old house was an 86 built, original
Yeah.
windows and stuff like that. It's amazing how efficient new houses are, and windows are obviously a huge part of that.
Right. The one thing that we've done in our home was kind of going back to your idea about insulation is we use spray foam not only in the attic, but we also did it underneath our tuck under garage, or let's put it like in our tuck under garage. And when we ripped down all the original sheetrock that was in the garage, we found a 2 by 3 foot hole basically that went right through into the basement. So all the cold air was just
Just had a little highway there.
mainline and
Yeah.
right in there.
Right in there.
So, that we've noticed that already, that it was, a huge impact on our heating bill already. And we're just more comfortable ultimately. I mean, that's the big thing. Yeah, we're saving money. Yeah, we're not getting all the cold air in, but we're comfortable now. That changed the house.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge there. So that was number 4, letting cold air get inside. That's a mistake that people make in the winter. And then number 5, not getting your furnace checked. So forgetting to service your furnace, you could easily cut 5 years off the life of your system. So they say here, hosts of today's homeowner television radio shows, they are costly. New units cost around $4,000 installed. Also, don't forget to replace the furnace filters, which has been linked with trimming potentially 15% off your energy bill.
Yeah.
So are you guys filter guys?
Filter changers.
Do you remember to do that, or is that one of those things that goes by the wayside too?
We've got a Nest thermostat, and that'll give me a gentle nudge every month to say, hey, Get your poop in a group.
You're right.
Change
hey,
it.
Hey, idiot. I'm
Yep.
ready for a change.
Yeah.
Evan, you?
Yeah, I change mine on a regular basis because of my pets.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it gets clogged up real fast.
Yeah.
I change it every about 2 months.
yep.
Have you guys ever had your ducts cleaned in a house?
We just had ours done a few months ago.
It's
Yeah, I've done it.
incredible. When we moved into our house, so we bought a home built in, I want to say like 57, and we bought it from grandma, and it had been vacant for a while, but pets and 60 years of living in there, we've actually had to clean twice because it needed it. And when they were pulling out stuff, they said, hey, I normally don't show people this, but take a look. And I think they pulled a St. Bernard out of our ducts. It was that bad. There
Really?
was so much hair. And I mean, all that stuff is just, again, if we're cleaning out the filter, it's the same idea. It's just getting cycled through the furnace, and it will, I'm surprised that our furnace is still working.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because we cleaned our ducts.
That could be.
Maybe there's not a St. Bernard in there.
Right. It's a huge deal. If you've never
Yeah.
had your ducts cleaned, if you owned your house for, 4, 5, 6 years,
It's worth it.
I would definitely recommend it.
Especially if it's someone else had lived there before.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have pets, that's the other. Pets or carpets.
Yeah.
Stuff that'll shed into the air. That's the key. If you're in a hardwood home and you live on your own and you've been there a long time, you're probably okay.
You're probably okay.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, my house. I've talked about this before. I inherited it from my aunt who had 30 cats in the house for 30 years. And when I think it was Zero Res came out to do the vent cleaning, it was pretty ghastly.
Yeah,
It
they're
was
like,
really loud too.
we're
I
gonna-
don't think I've ever had anything that loud happen in my house before or since.
they're like, yeah, we might be here a little longer than we
Yeah.
expected on that one there, that trip.
I cancel the rest of my appointments. I'm going to be here the rest of the day.
Phone lines are open, 651-646-8255. The two best questions of the morning are going to win those $25 Amazon gift cards. Again, the phone line's open at 651-646-8255. The text lines are open as well. That text number is 612-202-8321. We're going to go to short break here, but when we come back, we're going to talk about solar. And we're going to take your questions about solar as well. So, again, feel free to give us a call, 651-646-8255. Do you have a house that needs a lot of work? Are you ready to sell but think no one will buy because of the condition? Would you like to sell and close in as little as 7 days? Give us a call. We have clients that are buying properties that need all levels of renovation and rehab. They are cash buyers looking to purchase right now. Give us a call or check us out online at MinnesotaHometalk.com. That's MinnesotaHometalk.com.
Hello, I'd like to talk with you about financial coaching. Traditional financial planners help you make decisions about stocks, bonds, and mutual funds with money you already have. That's great, but who helps you accumulate more money in the first place? Who helps you make day-by-day life decisions? Who isn't trying to sell you something? Like, should I go back to school? Am I wasting money on insurance? How to purchase and finance a car, boat, home, lake cabin, or investment property? How to start, manage, and sell a business? It's about making minor errors that become colossal mistakes and cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. The problem is that you're so busy pursuing your career that you're forced to make critical financial decisions that have a dramatic long-term effect on your finances without adequate research or information. Rooker Financial Coaching is like having a personal CFO for every decision. Don't waste time lamenting the bad decisions of the past or money that's run through your fingertips. Stop procrastinating. Call Rooker Financial Coaching, 763-559-3800. That's 763-559-3800. Call me today, Todd Rooker, 763-559-3800. That's 763-559-3800.
Looking to make your current home into a dream home? Call Bella Remodeling and Roofing, the preferred remodeler of Minnesota Home Talk. Bella Remodeling and Roofing is also the Twin Cities' leading storm damage expert and can take care of your insurance restoration. Bella Remodeling does it all. The next time a storm hits your home, a pipe bursts in the basement, or you've just decided it's time to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, call Bella Remodeling and Roofing. Bella offers a free consultation, excellent customer service, and superior workmanship. Call 612-760-0949 or go to MinnesotaHometalk.com.
TPM Flooring is a family-owned, trusted name in the flooring business, committed to friendly customer service, competitive pricing, and attention to detail. TPM Flooring's private showroom offers a diverse selection of quality flooring products. They also supply and install solid wood, engineered wood, laminate, luxury vinyl sheet ceramic, and porcelain tile, and all types of carpet, transforming your floors one room at a time. TPM Flooring. Call 952-746-5157 or tpmflooring.com.
Riverland Bank is proud to serve as the official commercial lender of Minnesota Home Talk. Riverland Bank is locally owned and operated, so all decisions are made right here in the Twin Cities. That means faster response times and more flexibility for you. Riverland Bank offers a full range of commercial services, including commercial real estate, letters of credit, operating lines of credit, equipment financing, and SBA loan programs. Call 952-492-2750 or go to minnesotahometalk.com. Riverland Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The hosts of Minnesota Home Talk are taking your calls live right now. Call in 651-646-8255. That's 651-646-8255.
If you're looking for a great real estate opportunity in Sioux Falls, look to Marcus Walgrave and Hague Realtors. Sioux Falls has become one of the nation's fastest growing cities and has boasted a steady economy during one of the toughest recessions in U.S. history. The national economy is on the rebound and Sioux Falls is ahead of the curve. Over the next 20 years, Sioux Falls is expected to grow to over 250,000 people. Hague Realtors was South Dakota's #1 real estate firm in 2016, and Marcus Walgrave can help you in this hot market. It's better in Sioux Falls, and Marcus Walgrave can help you get there. Call 605-496-9872 or go to minnesotahometalk.com.
And welcome back to Minnesota Home Talk, Score North Radio, 1500 AM, AM 1500 Score North. Is that right? One
Sure,
of the two?
whatever.
One of those two?
Close enough.
As long as you get
I'm just not
1500
going to pay attention anymore,
AM
so that way
and-
it doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Sometimes, if you can't beat them, Evan, just ignore them. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I think the other way to put it is F the haters.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. That's how we do
Trolls.
it.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phone lines are open this morning. We got two $25 Amazon gift cards to give away this morning to the two best questions of the morning. So call us with your questions. That call-in number 651-646-8255. Again, 651-646-8255. We also have a text line where you can text in your questions. That number is 612-202-8321. Again, 612-202-8321. We did have a text question come in here this morning. It said, new president, any predictable changes in housing, interest rates, etc.? That's a great question.
What is the Biden administration going to be doing?
Anything predictable, I would say.
Nothing's predictable these days.
No.
Nothing.
Doors are wide open. As far as stability, the most stable thing, I think, right now is that with the current inventory, I think home prices, again, for 2021, I think we're going to see general appreciation of 5 to 8% again.
Yeah.
And some price points might go 12 to 13%. Some price points might only be 1 or 2%. But in general, on average, I'm thinking 5 to 8.
The one thing that I've heard is, Biden, he's in his first couple days in office. He's going to be rolling out a number of executive orders. One of the things that may be in the pipeline is a home buyer credit. And I don't know if it's going to be a first-time home buyer credit or if it's just going to open up the market to everybody. But similar to what we saw back in 2008 with the original housing crash with Obama, and he gave out $8,000, I think, to anyone looking to buy a home or first-time home buyers, we're going to see that number probably jump to $14,000 or $15,000. And that sounds great, but again, we've got such low inventory. If I give you a coupon for toilet paper, for 4 free rolls of toilet paper, and you're out shopping for toilet paper and there's no toilet paper,
doesn't do any good.
What do you do? So really, I think what the Biden administration should be doing is incentivizing builders. We have such a low inventory right now, and I think there's a number of reasons for that. I think the virus is definitely keeping people, stuck in their homes.
Yep.
If they don't have to move, especially with uncertainty in the economy still, who knows what's going to happen. But if they could open up and incentivize building, or even not even just building, but I think multifamilies like townhouses, like condos.
I feel like we'll see some incentives for that, for some sort of multifamily or or larger scale units as well, because there's definitely been a lag, and at least in our market, where that stuff is concerned.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them stop incentivizing, and this is more of a local thing, but stop incentivizing apartment buildings. Everything that's been built, since 2008 is apartments. No condos, no very few townhouses. And that's one of the best places for people to get into the market. And especially if there's an idea of, if he were to come through and cancel student loan debt, now you've got people, at least a portion of it, which very well could happen, who knows. But that's, again, it's going to bump up that timeline for a lot of millennials still that haven't bought a home. Gen Zers even now in their 20s, home buying could be an option then if they can get, $50,000 of student loan debt wiped away.
Right.
I've often wondered about this, if that's actually the main thing stopping people from going out and looking for a house. I know that's the common narrative.
Yeah.
This is kind of the deep cut. But I feel like most of the people I talk to, around my age group, 30-ish, the ones that aren't buying houses, it's not because there's a financial thing in the way. It's because they're just not interested yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a 30-something, too, I totally get it. I didn't buy my first home until I was 33, 34.
But now how many have you bought since then?
3.
Right?
Still own 3.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like tattoos from what I hear. Here you get the first one, and then it's just it's like then the next ones are easier to come by, and you want those more. So I think you're right. I don't think the main focus right now is the money side of things, because as history would tell us, when they did the $7,000, $8,000 tax credits back in the day, it didn't spur any more purchase business.
Right.
It was like such a small percentage that it didn't even move the needle as far as more people getting out there and actually buying a house.
Well, I mean, like in 2008, no one was sitting on the fence at that point because it was so ridiculously easy to get a loan beforehand. The people who had lost their houses were the people that would have been sitting on the sidelines waiting to get into the market in the first place.
Right.
They weren't going to get back in.
Right. So I think that's number one. And then to our inventory points that we've been talking about here for how long, the entire year basically.
Yeah.
And it's super low now, that's great. So if the money thing is holding people back and you give them the money, that's great. But now there's nothing to buy. Now they don't even have the opportunity to use that incentive that you're going to give them to go buy a house, because the inventory is so low that there's no houses to buy. So I think they would be better off addressing the inventory piece first and having some sort of incentives. I don't know what it would look like, so I have no idea. I don't have a solution for it, right? But I think if they get out there to where, a builder can build a home, a single-family home, townhouses, something like that, at a more affordable price point, for more, so they can actually build more and have more units available. I think that would be the better first step at this point.
Nope, I agree.
Interest rates, I think interest rates are going to be somewhat predictable. They're going to stay low the entire year. Yeah. Now, when I say low, I could see them being 0.5% higher at the end of 21 than they are at the beginning of 2021, but that's still incredibly low. If it's 2.75 today,
a whole percent higher, and they would still be incredibly low.
So if it's 2.75 today, actually I quoted a bunch of purchases at 2.625 yesterday, and they go to what, 3.25. I'm still taking it.
That's not bad.
I
For
will
30
borrow.
years.
I will borrow 3.25 for 30 years all day long.
Yeah,
give me as much as I can. So as far as predictability and stuff goes, I think interest rates, I think we got a pretty clear vision on what's going to happen with that. I think home appreciation, we got a pretty clear vision with what's going to happen with that. Anything else, unpredictable.
Yep. Take your magic 8 ball, find a dartboard, take the magic 8 ball, throw it against the dartboard.
Yep.
See what happens.
Yep. That's my thought there too. Phone lines are open, 651-646-8255. Any questions dealing with mortgages, real estate, credit repair, maybe some solar questions you have this morning, we'll welcome those questions as well. That number again, 651-646-8255. We also have a text line that you can submit your questions to as well. That number is 612-202-8321. Let's talk a little bit about solar now, John.
Yeah.
That's going to be something that we're just going to hear more and more and more of. It's going to definitely become more popular as technology gets better and better. So let's talk about your situation. Let's talk about when did you first think about getting solar in? How long did it take you to do your research? When did you pull the trigger? Kind of give us your general on there.
Yeah, we've been thinking about it really since day one. It was always an idea of, what could we do to our home to, I think, not only add value, but make it for us, something that's more sustainable. What can cut down on our costs? What can give us a more comfortable life? And I think solar can really do that. And I've been looking into this for years and years and years, but what's happened, I think, in the past couple of years is, frankly, prices have come down considerably on the product themselves, which makes it a lot more affordable. The best thing, and I'll get into this a little bit later, is like we were talking about earlier, interest rates. The interest rate part is in financing, because very few people are going to pay for this out of pocket. You're more than likely going to end up with a loan that will and hopefully will offset your your electricity bill. So you want to hopefully get some sort of parity where, we had an electric bill and it was X, but now we've got a solar bill that's the same amount, but now we don't have that electricity bill. So, going through this process, we actually were one of the few people that we actually shopped around, and we talked to a couple different vendors as to, what's the best option for us. How big of a panel, how big of a system can we get on our house? What type of financing is available? And, honestly, customer service, which is something that goes with any business or build.
Did you find it that there is very limited amount of vendors to go through for something like that, or were there more than what you expected there'd be?
I feel like there's like one big name in the Twin Cities, and but I found that there are actually a couple different smaller vendors that may not have the same market share or marketing, but again can provide different options and alternatives. We ended up going with a company called EnergyWise, and I believe I was talking with my rep, Jamie, the other day, and they actually just got picked up by a new, they got acquired by someone else. And I don't know, I forget the name of what they are, so I apologize. But I found them actually on a YouTube ad and just saying, hey, Minnesota homeowners, are you interested in solar? And sure enough, I was one of those guys. Click the button.
Nice.
I've totally seen that ad.
Yeah.
I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Bingo. Yeah. So I spoke with them. I had a great rep, Jamie. And, for me, the reason why I went with them was because we had gone through this path maybe a year ago, and it just wasn't the right time for us. And now, when we were ready to pick up the ball and run with it, we just didn't get the same customer response. So that's why I'm trying to keep names out to make everybody happy.
Yep.
But with EnergyWise, they were very responsive. With that being said, it is a long project. So we started this conversation, I would say, back in the fall, maybe September or October. Now, from that, we had the panels installed right before the end of the year, which is great because that helped us qualify for the federal tax rebates because every year they're changing and they were getting lower and lower. I believe at 2020, 2020, I believe they were 26% of a federal rebate off the total cost. And for 2021, they're going to go down, I believe, to like 21%. I could be wrong. So we got in under that, under the wire with that, which is great.
And that's for the product itself. So if there's
and installation and everything.
Oh, everything.
Yeah,
so
the total install cost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, saving a quarter, so 26%.
Yeah.
I mean, so a quarter of the cost you're getting back.
Well, that's the federal one, and then there's also another one that we get through Excel, and that kind of brought the entire cost. I'd say more or less like a third of the cost was in rebates that we're going to get
Covered by rebates.
Yeah.
So that's a good chunk.
It is absolutely. So with that, the biggest thing that we were trying to figure out was how big of a size can we get. And initially, they quoted us around, like, let's do 85% of what your current existing usage is. And how they come up with that is taking a look at the last 12 months of your bills, figuring out an average of that, and saying, okay, well, here's what we can expect you to use. And because of that, we're going to build a system based off of that number. What's great about doing it now, especially because everybody's working from home, COVID is, completely shifted the workplace. Now, because we did it this year and this fall, we were able to use the numbers from myself and Erica working at home the entire year.
Oh.
So we had a higher electricity bill, not much, but still it shows that, we've got two adults working from home.
Yeah.
And that factored into the size of our solar system. which sounds kind of funny to say, but we've got a solar system. But yeah, so that's great because now we're taking that into consideration, and we actually ended up building a system bigger than that because we figure we've got 2 little kids, a 4 and a 2-year-old. You know, they're going to grow. They're going to get an Xbox or something.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
whatever comes down the pipeline next. And so we want a system that we can grow into, and especially if we're going to be financing it, let's build a bigger.
Let's do it right the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I figured out is if, let's say, we were talking earlier about electric cars. If we wanted to grow the size of our system, we could do that and add on more panels at a later date. However, we won't get that rebate that we're getting from the feds and from Excel right now. So that's all the reason why we said, instead of doing a system that covers, let's say, 80, 90% of our usage, let's do 110. And it really didn't make too much of a difference in terms of the size. I think our size is maybe, I want to say it's a 6 kilowatt system. And, you know, it was an additional 2 panels. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, especially now, again, when we can take advantage of the financing and the rebates, let's do it.
Those are great points. So phone lines are open, 651-646-8255. Call us with any questions and join our conversation here about solar panels. We got to go to a short break here, but when we come back, we're going to continue talking to John Hageman with Walgrave Real Estate Group and RE/MAX Advantage Plus about his solar system that he recently installed. We have lots of free stuff at MinnesotaHometalk.com. Free list of non-MLS hot deals, free market analysis on your home or investment property, free home search tools, free reports on buying, selling, and investing in real estate, and free mortgage pre-approval as well. Check us out online at MinnesotaHometalk.com. That's MinnesotaHometalk.com.
Minnesota is a wonderful place to enjoy the 4 seasons, and Urban Landworks is here to help enhance that enjoyment. With our passion for outdoor spaces, Urban Landworks can make your dreams into a reality. Urban Landworks offers full custom landscapes and property maintenance. Our design teams can help you create a space through your inspiration. Urban Landworks will help construct a landscape design that fits your lifestyle. From finishing a project that has already been started to a full-blown design for a new outdoor space, our team can help. The time of year has come where the leaves start to change color and the outdoors prepares itself for winter. From fall cleanup to a professional snow removal service, Urban Landworks is here to help you through the changing seasons. Urban Landworks offers services for residential and commercial properties. Urban Landworks focuses towards quality service and innovative design. To contact our landscape team, call 612-619-2486, or for our property maintenance team, call 612-202-8083, or visit us on the web at mnhometalk.com.
Have a real estate related question but just can't remember the number? Well, here you go one more time. 651-646-8255. And again, that's 651-646-8255.
Hi, my name is Mike Newcomb from Details Home Services. It's simple. We clean homes. We show up on time and do the job to your complete satisfaction. Guaranteed. We offer weekly, bi-weekly, or every 4-week recurring service. Or we can clean your home one time, like if you're selling it. The great thing about Details is we also offer carpet cleaning and window cleaning. So one call does it all. Find our phone number and more at detailsservices.com. That's detailsservices.com.
Home Media Innovations is your local resource for residential and commercial audio, video, and security system technology, including home theater systems, lighting, security, media rooms, and communications integrations. Let the experts at Home Media Innovations create an out-of-this-world entertainment experience for you. If you can imagine it, they can create it. Home Media Innovations is the Upper Midwest's audio, video, and security systems expert for both home and business. For more information, call 651-344-6228 or go to HMIAV.com.
Have a real estate related question but just can't remember the number? Well, here you go one more time. 651-646-8255. And again, that's 651-646-8255.
Trend Staging specializes in affordable redesigns and staging of vacant homes. The real estate market is competitive, and a properly staged home can make all the difference and help your property sell fast and at a fair price. Trend Staging specializes in working with homeowners and investors to meet their objective of selling their properties as quickly as possible to maximize their investment. Let Melissa and Lori at Trend Staging help you bring your property up to the best level possible. For more information, go to MinnesotaHometalk.com. That's MinnesotaHometalk.com. Here's Jeff O'Brien with Chestnut Cambrone with another Minnesota Home Talk Legal Minute.
Minnesota law goes a long way to protect a person's interest in his or her home. One of these protections is the homestead exemption from judgments. This law presently provides that up to $390,000 of equity in a home is exempt from any judgment creditor. How does this work? Let's say you are sued and the other party gets a judgment against you for $300,000. If you own a home worth $590,000 and have a mortgage of $200,000, your entire equity is exempt from collection. In addition, if you're a married couple and own your home as joint tenants, a 2004 Minnesota Supreme Court case holds that the joint tenancy cannot be severed in order to satisfy a judgment against only one of the joint tenants. These exemptions are very important for business people who often have high-value homes with significant equity and are concerned about protecting their home against business liabilities and personal guarantees.
That was Jeff O'Brien with Chestnut Cambronne.
And welcome back to Minnesota Home Talk, 1500 AM, Score North Radio. Talking about solar panels here this morning. We still have those 2 Amazon gift cards to give away to the 2 best questions of the morning. You can call us with your questions at 651-646-8255. You can also text your questions to us, 612-202-8321. So again, that text line is 612-202-8321. We are talking with John Hageman here from the Walgrave Real Estate Group about the recent solar panel system that he put into his house. So a lot of good info. We kind of left off there talking about rebates and things like that. About a third of the cost was offset by the buyer rebates there, which is that's a pretty big number. If you don't mind, you want to share roughly what the total cost was?
Yeah, I want to say the total cost, and I apologize, I don't have the exact numbers here, but the total cost of the project with install and everything came to right approximately, like, let's just say for round numbers, $30,000.
Okay.
Now with the rebates, that brought it down to just shy of $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part about this, I think, and I was alluding to this earlier, is financing. And this is one of the reasons why I think you really need to shop around. A lot of the installers out there are probably going to give you a term, or be able to give you a term anywhere from 5 to 10 to 15 years at the most. And that really impacts, what that monthly out-of-pocket cost is going to be for you.
Yep.
We were able to secure a 20-year loan on our solar panels, and at today's interest rates, I think we got it at like 2.5.
Oh, wow.
On $20,000. It came to about $100 a month.
Wow.
So we've got like perfect parity between what our bill was, and what we're paying. So it's completely offset.
So it's a pretty new system.
You
haven't had it that long.
Right.
But right now, you would say your monthly savings is roughly $100 is kind of what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And your monthly payment on the financing is $100, so it completely offsets it. So you're at par right now as far as monthly in and out goes.
Yeah. And one of the things that, again, the financing thing, I think is really the, I don't know, it's just the magic part about this right now. What we're going to be looking to, and I talked to you about this earlier, is now we've got this, $18,000 loan, $20,000 loan out there. What if we were able to take that and refinance our home and use the equity we have from there, bundle the 2 loans together, basically pay off the solar right out the gate, and now we don't have the solar bill anymore. We probably saved some money on our home mortgage.
Yep.
We've got a lower interest rate, and those federal tax credits and all the rebates we were getting. Typically what we would do is we would take that money and put that right into the loan, and that would, again, further cut down our cost. But now, because it's a tax rebate, that's basically just pocket money for us.
Yeah.
So we come out on top, actually. There's a really good scenario in which you could get solar panels, package that and bundle it with your mortgage, and basically come in with free solar panels, no electricity bill, and pocket the federal tax rebates.
Yeah. Are there yearly rebates that you get too then? So there was the one to offset the initial cost.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of like ongoing that you know of that would be like year after year you're going to get some sort of credit or rebate or something?
Well, what they do is called net metering. And what net metering does is really it's the mechanism in which your Excel bill or your electricity utility bill is offset. So for every unit of electricity, let's call it a kilowatt, that our system produces, Excel will actually give us a credit for that. Because so the nuance of the whole system is that you're still hooked up to the grid.
Yep.
You know, and even if the system or the whole grid goes down and you got a blackout in your community, you don't have power right now, even with solar panels. And the reason is because you're still producing, and the inverters and part of the system will actually turn off when the grid goes down. Because if the grid's down and you're still producing, that electricity actually goes back out through the meter into the grid. And if there's a lineman out there that's repairing your system, then they could actually get zapped by your juice.
Gotcha.
So no bug out bags, no boomsticks right now.
Right.
But apparently there are inverters that are out there that can completely disconnect you from the grid, so you can have a resilient and sustainable system, in a blackout situation. But for us, I don't know if it's for whatever reason that just wasn't an option that we're able to get into right now.
Evan, you're still off the grid, right? You don't show up on the grid?
Working on it.
Yeah, working on it. Gotcha.
I've been toying with the idea of selling my house and living in a van again. So
yeah.
Down by the river?
No, somewhere in Arizona.
You got rivers down there. Yeah.
Dry rivers.
So by the ocean.
Yeah, the old Arizona ocean.
Thought I was going to get you on that one, Evan. You're too smart for me, though.
I mean, I guess technically Arizona's closer to the ocean than we are here.
True. That's a true story.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's interesting on the solar stuff. So let's talk about what it looks like.
Yeah.
So you got what, panels?
We do.
On the roof?
We do.
Okay. How much space are these panels taking up roughly?
So our home, we've got a split level, and we've got basically oriented four sides. One side goes north-south, and then two more sides go east-west on our roof. And what's really nice about the way that ours just worked out is all of our solar is on the south and west side, which makes a lot more sense because that's what's going to be able to take the most advantage of those solar panels and the azimuth in relation to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really see it. If you drive by our house, you don't even see that we have, the big solar array up there. So it's not as, it covers a good portion of the roof, but it's not as obtrusive as I thought it would be. Now, I think everybody's home is going to be a little bit different. And if your home, if you're in like a story and a half in, let's say, St. Louis Park that is facing direct south, well, guess what? You're going to have solar on that whole front side, more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you had to guess a percentage of how much your roof on the south facing and west facing is covered by solar panels,
60%.
About 60%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, that's all based off of your system size, based off of your demand, and how much roof you've got.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did they have what type of options did they have for like aesthetics? Was there like, hey, this is what the panel looks like, and that's what you get? Or was there like, we can do, different colors, we can make it kind of look like your shingles, anything like that?
We didn't really have that conversation, and for us, we really didn't care. And especially now that it's not as, front and center in terms of like what you see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, there really isn't too much variability in terms of the like the color of most solar panels. They're all that kind of like bluish, grayish kind of color,
Yep.
bending on black.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, there's probably some sort of trim that you could, instead of like silver, maybe you could get a black, or maybe, you could do something along those lines so it does blend in a little bit better. But yeah, we just didn't have that conversation.
Okay. Gotcha. Going back to more maybe of how does it affect the value of your home? Any idea? I mean, it's still newer.
Yeah, right.
Have you, now that you've got it installed, it's like one of those things where when you go buy a new car, let's say you've never had a Ford Explorer, you go buy a Ford Explorer, and now you just notice more Ford Explorers on the road, right?
Yeah.
Is it one of those things where now you have solar, and then is your eye catching like that you're seeing more solar on other homes and stuff like that?
I think because I've been looking into this for a while, I've always kind of noticed like, oh, that's that. I was at a showing yesterday up in out in White Bear Lake, and the neighbors to the home had solars on there, and you could see all the inverters, and there's a big amount of like electrical system that gets installed on at least some portion of your home. Because one of the things you get is actually a second meter. So you have the existing meter for your utility, and then you have another meter, plus a bunch of other boxes and kill switches. So all that infrastructure is going to be there. And showing the home to client's dad, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on over there?" And I said, without even looking, I was like, "Oh, I know that. I've got that on my home. It's a solar system."
And that's outside by the other meter?
It is, yeah.
Typically next to each other?
Typically, yeah.
Okay.
It's all going to depend on, where the opportunity is and where they install it, and run it into the home, things like that.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
Very, very, very interesting. So do you think value-wise or appreciation to your home, do you think that, let's say you were going to list your house today. You're going to list your house today. Do you think that the solar panel would be a selling feature and would elicit a higher price for your home? Or do you think it's more still of like a neutral thing where it's like, okay, yeah, kind of a nice deal, but still new enough where it doesn't elicit a higher maybe price for the sale of your house?
I've heard both arguments on that. And what Jamie, my contact over at Energy Wise, was telling me was there was a Zillow study, and I saw it, that they said on average, this is a national average, that for every kilowatt that you add of solar to your home, you could expect to see a $4,000 increase in the value of your home. So if we're looking at a 6 kilowatt system like we have, 6 times 4, $24,000 apparently. I think, there isn't a lot of local data on that. And I think, especially like with Minnesota, it's, we're not the sunniest place. We're not Arizona.
We're not?
We're not.
We're not the sunshine state?
No, we're not. But I think even that, tabling all that, I feel like most people, and this might sound a little ageist, but most people, in their 30s and in their 40s and younger, many of us are very interested in the idea of sustainability for some aspect, whatever that means for everybody. I mean, they can color in that box as they wish. Yep. But ultimately, I think if we can provide we're, I think, clearly providing value to our home where we've got a self-sustaining system. And if I were to go to market and say, you know what, we've done all these improvements and, that made the home more efficient. Plus, we've got a solar panel system that completely offset our bills, and we've got the data and the billage to verify that claim.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You're going to buy this home, and you're not going to have an electric bill.
Right.
And especially if we are able to pay off that, and again, like I was talking about with a refi, like to bundle that in with our existing mortgage, then if that's owned free and clear, all the more reason. I've heard some people give some pushback on the idea of, well, I wouldn't want to buy a home if there's another, basically lien or note on it, and for solar. And I don't really understand the rationale behind that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of why would that hinder it too, because the seller's going to have to pay that off.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're going to be taking on that debt or adding that debt to your own personal side of things. The seller is going to have to wipe that out, on the sale of the home.
Right.
We got just about a minute left here. Maintenance wise, is there much maintenance? Do you have to go up there and clean it? Do you have to do anything?
Not really. I think what they do is they will add. There isn't too much to do. Let's just say that you're not going to get up there with a roof rake.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Thanks for listening, folks. This has been Minnesota Home Talk. We're here every Saturday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Visit us next week. We'll be back.
Paid program. The views expressed are not necessarily those of the management or ownership of Score North, KSTP AM 1500.
Score North on AM 1500 KSTP St. Paul, Minneapolis, 94.5 KSTP FM St. Paul HD2, and on scorenorth.com.